Hi everyone, Chris from Chris London Online. Today we're going to be talking about using ads to retarget people who are already warm leads for your business. Now, this is a massively powerful way for you to be able to get out in front of people who are already warmed up to your service or to your offering and then be able to sell. Now, it might be the first time that you sell to them, or they may already be a customer from elsewhere and you're just wanting to retarget and sell them something different. So it's a really powerful way of getting to do that. And we're going to talk about it in a little bit more detail in a moment. So if you're watching this live, type in hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris. I run a social media marketing agency who offers outsourced page management, ads management, coaching, and content creation for a range of different businesses across the UK and outside of the UK as well, in a range of different industries, right from your small sole traders right up to large corporate organizations. So been there and I've done it myself, and I use all of these techniques that I explain and help people with. I've used them all myself, so I know how powerful they are. So let's delve into it. If you've got a question, drop it into the comments section below. I'm happy to answer any questions, or if there's any topics you want me to cover on a future live video, please do just drop it into the comments section. So using ads to retarget your already warm leads. So first of all, what do we mean by warm leads? So this could be somebody who is either on your email list, because they might have bought from you, or they might have signed up to a newsletter that you might be offering, or it could be people who have seen one of your previous paid ads. So it might be that you did a video piece of content and you're retargeting people who watched it. Or it might be people who have been on your website before. And it doesn't matter whether they've come to your website from Google, from Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever. As long as they've landed on your website, you can track them as long as you've got the Facebook pixel installed. Or it could be people who follow or have engaged with any of your content on Facebook or on Instagram. So think about all of these different groups of people. Now, what we wouldn't want to do is target them all together, because they're very much in different stages of being warm leads. If you think that the journey somebody's had who's followed your page on Facebook or Instagram for the last year is very different to somebody who's just looked at your website very quickly while, having a bit of an inquiry about something. And again, they're very different to somebody who's bought from you, and therefore you've got an email address that you can message them through. So these people are all at different parts of being warm leads, but they are all still warm leads, and that's really important to know. But ideally, what we'd do is not clump them all together in a retarget advert. What we'd do is separate those audiences, so we could say, okay, well, let's do a retarget advert for people who are following our page. Let's do a retarget advert for people who are on our email list and have bought from us, people who have watched a video that we've done. Because then what we can do is we can tailor that message that we're putting in the next ad to really be able to make it feel like that you're just talking to that one person. Because the more that you can do that, and the more that you can make it feel like you're talking specifically to them, the more it's going to resonate with them, and the more likely they are to take the action that you want them to take. So, for example, you may have people who have been on your website, they bought from you, and because they bought from you, they entered their email address and it's signed them up to a newsletter because they've opted in. And what you can do on Facebook with that, really powerful, and we've used it with one of our clients recently, is to take that email list, however big that is. It needs to be a certain size. If you've only got 10 people on an email list, we can't go and retarget that inside Facebook. But, the client we worked with recently had about 14,000 people. They're all warm people because they've all bought from their e-commerce store before. And then what we were able to do is we were then able to put that information into Facebook and build what's called a custom audience of these people. So we build an audience, and what it does is Facebook looks for the email address of the person and links that email address to an account inside Facebook, as long as they use the same email address as what they use to log into Facebook. And it will link the two together, and therefore you've built a custom audience, and then you can show an advert to those people. And it will show people who are the same as the email list. So that is really powerful, because if these people have bought from you before, as long as you've done a good job, it's highly likely that they're going to buy from you again. So really powerful. If you've got a good email list, you want to know how to utilize it inside Facebook ads, definitely get in touch. I'd love to have a chat with you. So that's worked really powerfully for one of our clients who works in e-commerce, and they got about a 13 times return on ad spend from a very, very small budget that we put on it. Because it didn't need a big budget, because it was a fairly small audience size, but they got a 13 times return on ad spend. So that was massively powerful. So other things that you can do, like I said, is you can retarget people who have followed your Facebook and Instagram accounts. So if they're currently page followers or have engaged with your content before, then you can show them an offer, and you're warming them up with your content on your Facebook page, your Instagram page. You're showing them content, showing your value, showing your expertise. And it might be that then you think, okay, well, I'm launching a new online course, or I'm launching this new service, this new product, and I want to show it to people who follow my page. So again, you can do that. So they're already warmed up to you because of the value, and they already like you, because they wouldn't be following the page if they didn't find your content of interest to them. Again, great, powerful way to get in front of people. You can also, like I said, retarget people based off of video views. So something that's quite powerful inside Facebook ads is that you can, say if you're selling something like a high ticket priced, a high ticket item, imagine you're selling a course and it's £1,000. It's highly unlikely someone's going to go on Facebook, see it for the first time, and just spend £1,000 on something just based off one advert. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but it's highly unlikely that that's going to happen. What we need to do, as the price point is higher, is warm that audience up. Now, we might have already sent an advert out to some of our warm audience, so some of our page followers, etc. But what we want to do is bring in some new people and then sell them that offer. So if it's a small, low ticket item, we can go straight for a sale. But if it's a high ticket item, what we'd need to do is warm them up a little bit. So it may be that we decide to do a video where, imagine I'm selling a course for social media marketing. It's £1,000, and I do a video where I might give some top tips to people. We then target that to an audience. Now, the video in the first ad, we're not selling on that. We're not trying to sell. We're just trying to warm a cold audience up. So, plus what we're doing is we're finding an audience of people who are also likely to want the offer, okay? Because if I do a video on top social media marketing tips, only people who want social media marketing tips are likely to watch that video. So what we can do then is warm them up with that. And then, because remember, this is a cold audience initially. And then what we can do is retarget people who watched 50% or more of that video, or 75% or more on that video. Because if you watch 75% of that video, it's highly likely you fall inside my target audience of people, because there's no other reason for you to watch it. And then I can sell to you on the second advert. So the retarget advert of people who watched the first one. So we warm them up with the first video, and then we sell to them with the second. And again, that's a really powerful way of building on that know, like, and trust. And even if you don't get the sale from that, it's highly likely that they'll come and follow your page if they found it of value, because if you give enough value in that video, they'll follow your page, and then they might buy from you later down the line. And then the other way that you can retarget people or get ads in front of your warm leads is people who have been on your website. Now, if you haven't got a Facebook pixel attached to your website, I'd suggest you get one put onto your website, because what it does is even if you're not running ads, just get it on there, because it tracks the activity of people who have been onto your website. It doesn't matter whether they've gone from Google, whether they've gone from Facebook, whether they've gone from Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever. If they've been on your website, Facebook can drag that information back into its platform, and you can retarget people. So that could be anybody who's been on your website, or it could be anybody who's been on a specific page of your website. So I could retarget people, if I was selling an online course, people who have been on the website, but then exclude people who were on the thank you page. Okay, so if you've been on the thank you page, it means that you've been and purchased whatever it was that I was selling. But if you didn't go on the thank you page, but you looked at the landing page, you were interested. So now I'm going to retarget you. So like I say, you can do it across the whole website, or you can do specific pages of the website. Really powerful, because especially if they've come from something like Google, because they've got an intent. So if somebody looked up social media marketing on Google and seen an ad or seen my website, went onto it and had a look at it, then next thing, they go in through Facebook, suddenly they start seeing an advert for my services. Really powerful, because I know that they've got the intent, because they went onto my website to do a bit of research about it, but they might not be ready to buy at that exact time. So I'll retarget them and stay in their minds till they're ready to buy. So that's some really powerful ways that you can retarget your audience, especially when they're already warm leads. And then one other final piece of information that you can do to start getting a cold audience, start warming them up as well, is once you've built all these retarget audiences and you've got people who have been on your website and you've got people who follow your page already and you've got your email list, is you can build something called a lookalike audience. So you can say, look at the people on my email list and find people who are similar to these people. So you can say the closest 1% of the population with regards to demographics, gender, age, location, interest, and Facebook will do all that hard work for you, because we can try and guess what the interest targeting needs to be, but there is nothing more powerful than letting Facebook do that for you. So you say, okay, look at the people that are on my email list, or look at the people who have been on my website, or look at the people who follow my page or Instagram page, and build a retarget, or build a lookalike audience, of those people. Because lookalike audiences are massively powerful for being able to find more like-minded people and more similar people. Okay, so hope that helps. That's how to use Facebook ads to retarget an already warm audience, and a little bonus tip in there for you for sort of getting a new cold audience of people and starting to warm them up. I hope you found that useful. If you did, hit the like button for us. Please do share this video if you found it useful. Drop us a comment if you've got any questions, or if there's anything that you want us to cover in a future video. If you need any help or support with any aspect of your social media marketing, whether that's ads or whether it's page management and content creation or Google Ads management, please do get in touch with us here at Chris London Online. You can follow our pages. You can message us through our pages. You can visit the website, www.chrislondononline.co.uk. We're on YouTube. We're on all the social media platforms. Get in touch with us. We'd love to have a chat with you and see how we can help you with your marketing. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon.